equivocada, yo lo sé que fallé, porque fui fiel la noche de ayer, siempre me arrepentiré. Y de rodillas te pido, mujer, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí, perdóname, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí,
¿Cómo quieres que te perdone si te fuiste de mi lado sin dejarme ninguna explicación? No te importó si yo comía o sufría o se partía en dos mi corazón. Ahora me viene a confesar que estás arrepentido, que hay mucha herida que está nadie y yo no confío. Yo pensé que solamente tú eras mío, que a ti yo te lo di todo mal agradecido.
Come back to me, please and sorry. Si tú no estás conmigo, mami, I am lonely. Cuando estamos en la camita,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blue Chip Drip Live. Just off the cuff, we're just going to be putting out some updated info on Texitcoin. We got Captain Mike standing by. Got his brother, I believe, in the vehicle. Mark. He's first. Mark is first mate, right?
Yeah,
Captain Mike.
man.
Mark. He's a bosun mate. He's a boatswain mate. You got him greasing cables and chipping paint and knocking off rust.
Busting rust, baby. That's the way we
Busting.
do.
How's it going, Mark?
Going good, brother.
All righty. Well, fellas, Rafael's supposed to be joining us. More than likely, he might have come across a miner in distress. He's like a 24-hour tech support. And believe it, this is a spur of the moment live, fellas. And just want to give a big hello to Pranil Prasad and Huss. What's going on, fellas? Quick sound check. Everybody hear me okay?
Sounding good, brother.
All right. Guys, before we get rolling, I'm going to we're going to switch over to my disclaimer spokesperson, Justine, and she's going to read my disclaimer. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way.
Blue Chip Drip. Official disclaimer. Hello, I am Justine, the official disclaimer spokesperson for Blue Chip Drip. He is such a hottie. Please pay attention. This is to confirm that Blue Chip Drip is not a financial advisor or counselor, and this content should not be perceived as financial advice of any kind. The content within this video are simply his thoughts and opinions deriving from his experiences within the crypto projects that he is or has been involved in. Remember, all financial investments are risky, especially cryptocurrencies, so please conduct your due diligence prior to participating in any project. As he discusses his results, good or bad, please be aware there are no guarantees you will have the same results. You are solely responsible for your success and failures within all crypto projects. This video is simply for educational and entertainment purposes only.
All right, Phyllis, thanks for letting me get that out of the way. Justine, she just keeps getting better and better at handling that disclaimer for me. Anyway, guys, man, you're kicking butt, Captain Mike, Mark. I never would have imagined how phenomenal you guys are doing. I knew you're going to be good once you got on board, but I didn't expect for you just to blow the freaking doors off of it, man. You're having fun with this, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're loving it, dude. I gotta tell you, we've gotten to the point that we don't, you and I, when we were down in Tampa last couple of weeks ago, and you made the comment that, yeah, Captain Mike, he talks to everybody about it. This lady came by and asked where the bathroom was, and he said, well, speaking of ladies' room, have you ever heard of Texitcoin? Well, listen, I know we were just kind of joking about that, but the truth is, man, you can find an opportunity to talk to anybody and everybody about this. And when I say that, I'm over in Pensacola right now helping out my family members. One of my aunts is in the hospital, and we're trying to help her get some stuff around her house squared away. I had a tree service company out there at the house the other day, and I just found a way to bring up, hey, are you into crypto at all? And come to find out, the owner of the tree company was a fellow I went to high school with, and we started talking about Texitcoin, and they haven't come in yet, but I think they're going to end up joining. Today, we had a plumbing company out there fixing our drain lines to our septic tank, and just somehow the topic of what do you do for a living type of stuff came up. And I take the opportunity when somebody asks me, what do you do for a living? I don't tell them about my airboat company and stuff like that anymore. I just say, you know what? I've got a crypto business that I'm working on and it's going really, really well. And they're like, crypto, tell me more. But so most people are interested. Most people are intrigued with crypto. A lot of people are scared and nervous. Hey, we all were at one time because when it's new to you, you're that way. But when you can give or offer people a safe option to get into crypto, I think I'm confident in saying we have the safest option you can have in getting into the crypto world. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do because they make it really easy for you to, ROI. And once you've done the work to do that, like myself, and I'm not blowing the doors off of it like you are, but I'm hitting it pretty hard. I like to think, and I ROI'd my second week, and ever since then, you know, the way they have their comp plan and the bonuses, been able to accumulate mines, with house money, so to speak. And so that right there de-risk you.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that, we've talked about this over and over, the fact that they're not competing with Bitcoin, but they are paralleling Bitcoin. And they are do the things they're doing different are they're wanting to keep this as a solution peer to peer and all of that. They're not allowing foreign countries to purchase more than 10% of the miners or the supply of the token. And so that alone, when you tell somebody, hey, no, there's no guarantees, but these guys are using the same protocol as Bitcoin or Litecoin. I guess copied Bitcoin, and these guys are a clone of Litecoin. But this is like getting in a time machine and going back and catching Bitcoin early. The risk is, to me, is very, very low, especially if you make the effort to even if you don't participate in the crowdsourcing part of it, the bringing people in and introducing them, and what a lot of people, they still like to refer to this as some sort of pyramid or multi-level marketing, and that's not what it is at all. You don't have to do that to be successful in this, or bring people in. But a person below somebody else can make more money than the person above, and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
just like he said, you don't have to sign up for an auto ship. You can just buy one miner, and you're not getting like cream or soap and powder or acai berry juice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um, the big purpose of this, I was just going to do a video tonight, and I said, what the heck? I'll just do a live. And what I wanted to bring up, everybody remembers, and I'm going to share a screen here real quick. Share screen. Everybody remembers this Path to 16 document. Can you guys see that?
Yes. Yes.
So, we've seen this and seen this. This is the original plan. They were going to use, the formula that's already worked in their prior projects back when he was doing the Liberty Dollar and all of that, and also taking a look at what those guys over at Bitcoin, what they do, and Litecoin and all of that. But and also with their liquidity reserves, they said, okay, how can we move the price not at an exaggerated pump and dump type rate, but at a good, consistent, kind of organic rate? And that's what they've been doing since 2024. And every month, like right here, let's take a look at when I got in, for example. Back in July, when I got in, they were saying, okay, we'll be at $1.39, but they were actually at about $1.70 something then. And then in August, we were up in like the $2, mid $2 range. And of course, they had 2,000 in liquidity. Now they got over 3,000 in liquidity. And I need to, I believe they have added some gold or something as liquidity as well. But now here we are in September where they predicted the price would be at $2.75. And so if you take a look at that, I want to share another screen with you guys. Okay, hold on. Let me add the man here. What's up, Rafael?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it
Rafael.
going? Rafael,
Good. Rafael.
Capitan Miguel, Captain Mike.
Rafael Pagano, mi paisano.
Sí, ¿cómo está, señor?
Todo
How's
bien.
everybody doing?
Great.
Sorry I'm a little late.
No problem, man. No problem. Give me
Keep
1
going.
second. Let me just pick up where I was at.
Keep going. Keep going.
No problem. Let's see.
Chip, we can't hear Rafael.
How are you,
can't hear
Captain Mike?
Chip, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yes,
him
sir.
good.
No.
I
We
hear him
can't
real good.
I can't hear him on my end. I can hear you really well.
Well, what I was I hear
Hey,
Rafael
Rafael, how
good.
are you?
I'm very good, Mike. Thank you very much. How are you?
Doing great, my friend. Very good.
Yeah,
Chip,
back in.
I was gonna say something real quick before you, Chip.
Yeah.
You know, here's really I don't know if you think that just talking about not competing with Bitcoin. And Bobby Gray, I thought, has done a real job in spread. We're not in with
Wow, I can't hear.
we're working in collaboration
Dude,
with, in conjunction with.
man, I can't hear. You're kind of freezing up, man.
Yeah, I can't hear. What are you saying?
Uh, let me, hang on.
You
Well,
might need
you're
Hey,
you
back.
might
how's
need to
that?
Yeah, you got any frequency grease on hand? You might want to put
Is that better?
Oh, that's a
Yes.
lot better. Repeat
Okay.
everything again, please.
So what I was saying is just a couple of comments. You had mentioned earlier that we're not in competition with Bitcoin. I think Bobby Gray, when we were down in Tampa, did a really elegant job at at emphasizing we're not in competition with Bitcoin. We work in conjunction with them, alongside of. We want Bitcoin to do well. We want to do well. There's no competition there. That was one point. Another point that I was going to make that I thought Bobby did a really good job at when we were down in Tampa is, you know, I've heard you a couple of times today. Well, you've mentioned these guys and they're doing this and they're doing that. Really and truly, I think a better way of putting that would be, we are doing this and we are doing that. We're a part of this company. And Bobby Gray was he emphasized to me when we got a chance to meet him and shake hands with him. And he said, listen, we're on this boat together. We're a team. Y'all are as much a part of the company as I am. Now, we know
Yeah.
that there might be a little bit of hyperbole there, but we need to take ownership in the company and it's what we're doing as an organization, and we're part of that. So anybody,
Yeah,
and the people that come on board today
yeah,
are as
community.
big of a part of the company as any of us.
I I agree.
You know?
Community based. Community is the word.
Yeah,
Take ownership. It's your business.
that's
We're
exactly
built.
right. And without the newbies, new people coming in, we don't have as near as good of a program as we do as when they do come. So we're in this thing together. I would just suggest that we all start saying, here's what we're doing. We as a company, as an organization, are doing to make sure that it really pans out successful for everybody.
Exactly. I agree. One hundred
That's a
percent.
good point, man. I'll try to be conscientious of my vocabulary moving forward.
No, but I
The
I
terminology
understand.
that you use is important.
Hey, well, let me get back to this other screen real quick, fellas. I was
I'm
showing
sorry.
the path to $16, and just wanted to say, okay, we were supposed to be at like $2 and some change. Right now we're at $5.48, and just about everybody knows this already. But you know, it'd be one thing if there weren't any red candles, but we've got plenty of red candles going on to test their formula, their strategy that's working so far. So that makes me feel really good about the price, where it's at, and what they're doing. And let's see. So after the path to 16, I don't know if you saw this, Mike, but now that's been revised to.
If we can miss that.
Let me bounce over here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay. Share screen again. That's
Grab
been
that tea.
revised to the path to $80 by
Yeah.
February 2026. And I don't want to drag things out, but when they first set the goal, $16 by February 2026, we said if we raised the better part of $1 billion, build the mine, pay commissions, promote the currency. And the cool thing is now people are looking at this. Whoa, they said they were going to get to $16, but they've exceeded their goal every month. Now they've moved it to 80. Their plan is working. Man, people are going to be buying that coin up, and then as the price goes up, people will be dumping, just like you saw on the chart. That's creating use case. That's creating a utility in itself right there, to me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so, it goes down here, and you guys can, if you're out there watching, you can go to helptxc.com and search for this document, Path to $80 by February 2026. They go into all these multipliers and everything. It's pretty cool. Why multiples matter. A company doing 1 billion in sales is rarely valued at 1 billion flat. Investors apply a multiple based on growth, margins, and future potential. Tech companies often trade at 5x, 10x, and even 20x. Then they give
yeah,
some examples with Amazon, Tesla, boo. I hate Teslas, man. Solana, Cardano, and Ethereum. So then, I mean, if that doesn't, he didn't even stop there. I thought this was very bold. One second. But he must, obviously, they're confident in their plan. So let's go to here. This document they got out now, the path to 800 by 2027. So you guys make sure you check these documents out. Just for as long as human beings have traded, we've asked a single question: who do we trust with our money? Banks held our gold. Bank issued our notes. Bank processed our checks, swipes, and wires. They stood in the middle of every exchange and skimmed their percentage along the way. Most of us have accepted this as inevitable, like paying a toll to cross a bridge you didn't build. But inevitability, inevitability is an illusion. And this goes more into his experience and knowledge and the alternate currencies, and that this is how he came to this and his plan for phase two. Bartered a billion, the warehouse trick, bartered a billion. In the early stage of commerce, trade was a direct, a bushel of wheat for a jug of oil, a cow for a set of tools. But barter falters when needs don't align, and so communities settled on commodities as shared currency. Seashells, salt, silver played their role, but gold was the king, durable, divisible, and desirable anywhere. The warehouse trick. Carrying gold was heavy and dangerous. Banks emerged as safe warehouses, issuing receipts that promised redemption. At first, these receipts were convenience, but soon bankers noticed a truth. Most people never claim their gold all at once, so why not issue a little more paper than the gold in their vault? Thus was born fractional reserve banking, a quiet revolution, and who actually controlled money. So man, I didn't know that. This is good stuff. You guys make sure you come check it out. And I just
He's
wanted
got
to.
he's
What's
got
that?
so much education. This guy, Bobby Gray, has so much education when it comes to these things.
Yeah, a lot I didn't know. I'm enjoying learning it. Learning a lot on this project and having fun. At the same time. And with what uh, the team is doing. With Mike and those guys down in Florida, I feel like we're gonna be able to do the same thing in here in South Carolina. So you know, um, I got,
Yeah,
my son. I want to bring him. I said, man, I said if you just come in here and go behind me on my right leg to everybody, make sure they got their back office set up, make sure they got their wallet set up, and then educate them on why they want to be taking cash for hash, bringing in people. I think that'll jumpstart things. Somebody, one gentleman, somebody got jump started a little bit. Somebody bought in a person today that wasn't me, so that was great. But a lot of that is my fault because with my insurance business and this, I just haven't had the time to go back and spend the quality time, with 21 to 24 people and say, hey, this is what you're doing. So I feel like if with my son and my daughter-in-law, I get them doing that, you know, we can get some juice flowing on that side, you know,
yeah, teamwork.
teamwork, baby.
That's
But
all.
yeah,
That's the only way to go.
I mean, the opportunities here, I was like, wow. And, I was talking, my pop's in Texitcoin now. And I was talking to him today and his health is improving. I told him, I said, Dad, there's another Tampa event in November.
Wow.
If you can get, because he went from not even being able to hold himself up on a walker to now he doesn't even need it. And
Wow.
he's driving and stuff. I said, if you can just a little bit more, go to that Tampa event with me, and I was
Yeah.
telling him about what Mike was saying about the whole we're not competing with Bitcoin, because he asked me that, and I started trying to explain it, and he just goes, "Hey, that's why you always see a Home Depot next to a Lowe's. People get pissed off. People get pissed off at Lowe's. They go to Home Depot. Next week, they get pissed off at Home Depot. They go to Lowe's. They're like, they just feed each other.
Yeah.
But dude, you're like almost full time tech support now.
So,
Supernova, that's awesome,
yeah, I hit supernova this week thanks to my team.
man. That's
I was,
beautiful.
yeah, I couldn't believe my eyes when I came home Saturday, 11:30 p.m. there, and I checked my orders and I saw supernova. I was, these things when they come to you, you do the hard work. Well, I've been in this since May, so and I've been putting in the work, and I've been putting in a lot of work, and it just pays off. And then you get overwhelmed when you start seeing all these results. Like, is this really happening to me? You know, and yeah, I'm taking it all in. My sister says you have to embrace it. Keep doing. I got my sister a minor. She turned 50 in beginning of September, so I bought her a minor for her birthday, and I said, "Here, happy birthday." And I've been helping her build her team. She's running for city council, so I've been just helping her out with her, and I helped her qualify for $1,000 last week. So I go, check your distribution. You're gonna see it's gonna go up. I got you two free miners with $1,000, and she was like, "What? What's going on?" I saw a nice little jump in my distribution, and it's just putting in some work, and these little things add up. Week after week, and then it's month after month, and you're like, "Wow!" It's unbelievable. It's a beautiful thing. This is for me. I've been in this space for 6 years. I got into crypto during COVID, and I can tell you this has been my best experience ever since, and I'm just enjoying every moment of it. I don't miss a Zoom call with Bobby Gray on Tuesday. I love to get that information, and I've been seeing the evolution of the team growing, and yeah, his vision is tunnel vision that he has for the months and years to come. You know, those $80 and $800 projections. They're not far fetched. If, like Mike says, like if we do it, if the community keeps doing it together, it's not far fetched. So you just got to keep believing, and that's what I think is gonna happen.
I'm starting to understand, it's so easy, out here you're in crypto and sometimes you get on these Zooms, and you ask questions. Sometimes you want to say, well, I want to show off what I know. So you ask a stupid question. And like, I'd ask a question a few weeks back, like, will we be able to take wrap text it to other networks and stake it and all of that? And they answered it pretty good. And but I got to thinking later. I said, wait a minute. The reason I came to Texitcoin is I wanted to leave. I wanted to do something different than what I was accustomed to in DeFi. Something,
Yeah,
and that's what this was to me. So, more. I said, why would I want this to be doing some of the same old that I've been going through my last couple of years in DeFi.
exactly.
Just trusting the fact they got a good team, and they're going to develop things that are out of the box,
Yeah,
new, and
yeah,
just focus on the task at hand right now, which is building the mine
yeah.
through
I see
crowdsourcing.
this. For me, I see this. For the experience that I have, I feel like I would, if I could turn back in time, I would be like in 2014, and somebody would have approached me and says, "Hey, there's this project coming out. This network Ethereum. Are you willing to jump in?" And
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in that timeline, but fast forward to Texacoin.
and so things are flowing pretty smooth with your Bangladesh folk.
Bangladesh. Oh, those guys growing like wildfire. But I'm telling you, it's everybody that's doing the work. You look at Captain Mike, he's a machine. You know, one day you see him there with his name, and then I go jump in, and he's got his other business centers, and I woke up last week on Monday, and I saw 1 point, and then you wake up the next day, and then you see 15, and it goes up to 30, and then I finished the week with 60 points on each side this week. I couldn't even understand it, you know.
Yeah.
And then,
Well,
because
hey,
at the
I'll tell
beginning when
you.
I started this, and people were saying, you only need 9 points, but people, oh, I have 300 here and 150 on my left. And I'm like, what the hell how could that be? And now I understand it. It's duplication,
Yeah.
like Bobby Gray says, as people, it's growing and the duplication, and it just happens on its own. And I tell everybody, if you keep doing what you're doing and you believe in it, I tell you that it's coming. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of time.
Well,
It's
that's
just a matter of time.
what you're saying, Raphael. And we're on the same exact page. When when I believe in something,
Yeah.
I go for it. I go all in. I mean, I go for whatever. I don't mind putting in. Chip will tell you, I'll work. I talk to everybody. I'll work all day and all night if I can, if I need to.
Yeah, he tells me. He tells me
But
only good things.
hey, I like that. I enjoy that. I don't look at doing this as work. I'm having as much fun, you know, with naysayers, and you're going to get your share. Chip and I were talking, you're going to get your share of naysayers, and you're going to get your share of people that just want to disrupt you. And
Yeah.
speaking of, one thing that in my opinion, when I'm talking about Texitcoin to someone, whether it's my mom or some stranger off the street, I'm
Yeah.
in Texitcoin. I'm in the mining business of Texitcoin.
Yeah, man. You got
I'm
that
not in
right.
the buying the coin business side of Texas Coin. I'm in the mining business because I look
Yes.
at this thing as being long term. You can go out and buy a bunch of coins if you want to, whatever, and probably
Yeah.
the right thing to do, mine some and also buy some, especially when you
Yeah.
get your business centers to where you can't buy any more hash. Well, then you may
Yes.
want to look at buying coins. But when I'm talking to somebody about this business, I'm talking to them from a mining perspective.
Yeah.
And here's the
There.
reason. There's a few reasons. One is mining is our long-term business plan. It's got a
Yeah.
136 year business plan to it. That's our
Hmm.
long-term wealth.
Hmm.
But another thing about mining is this. When you're in a community like what we're in, and we're on a team like we're on, when people are buying hash, they're mining more coins, so that's going to be helping them. But it also helps all the way up the line. You're getting, when
Yeah.
somebody buys more hash, man, it's flowing all the way uphill.
Yeah.
And so
All the way.
it's, to me, if somebody goes out and buys coins, well, I look at that. This is just my perspective, and I don't say don't go buy coins. I think having coins is fine. But if you're on this to work as a team and be on a team that, like what you were just saying, Raphael, we as a team are building this together, you're buying
Yeah.
hash. You're
Yeah.
taking your hash for cash. You're looking at
I
hash price.
haven't,
If
blue nose, I haven't taken $1.
Yeah, but if you get somebody, and I've had some people that come in, and it's difficult for me to deal with. I've had people that I've had to say, you know what, somebody else take that person for action, take them off my plate, because why wouldn't I just spend $10,000 on buying coins? I could buy a whole lot more coins, and if they're going up to $80 a coin by February, blah blah blah. They come up with all these scenarios as to why
Yeah.
it's a better business proposition to buy coins as opposed
Go
to,
ahead, buy them. It's better. It's still good for the company.
yeah,
It's
but
still okay for the company. It's still good.
yeah, Well, but hey, until you hit like last week when you couldn't buy no damn coins. And then I'm
Yeah,
looking at people saying, yeah, go out and buy you some damn coins. I'm mining them. You can't buy them now because there was the supply was not available.
yeah. I had some of my team members. I had some of my team members last Friday when it hit that big peak there, $6, $7, and they sold their coins and they traded it and placed an order because it's when it jumps so quickly, it's normal that it's gonna adjust. The market's gonna adjust itself, and they rebought it and made a couple of bucks on it. Me, I'll be honest with you, I cannot do that. I don't practice trading, so I'm not gonna put my hard earned coins in jeopardy. You know, I'm very happy with them. I'm happy with my miners, and I see the long term, like you say, Mike.
Well, there,
I have a goal. I have a goal, and I have an objective, and that's where I want to be. I would like
That's
to be at a
exactly right.
certain
We got
amount
to
of
stay
miners.
laser focused on those goals.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I have a set goal. More miners. Give me miners.
That's
Give me
exactly
miners.
Well, there's guys out there. What they do, and guys and gals. There are people out there that what they do is they'll look for cryptocurrencies and they'll look at the chart and
Yeah,
they'll pick a cryptocurrency, and then if they see all of a sudden Texitcoin going up to $7, dropping down to 5, back up, what they'll do
yeah,
is they'll plan a strategy to where they'll buy a bag and they'll
yeah,
say, okay, when the price gets here, I'll sell 25%. Then when it gets
yes,
here, I'll sell another 25%. Now, if it
yeah,
drops back down to here, I'm going to buy 25%. Or if it drops back down here, and that's just a strategy that I've never really put any time into learning that. But there's a
yeah,
lot of people, that's all they do. And you know what?
yeah.
That's just
They
going to
make a
give you,
lot of money.
that's going to be use case right there. Even though
Yes,
we're
and
minors, there are going to be people with their eyeballs on this if they're not already looking at it, and that may
yeah,
have something to do with the red candles that we're seeing already, along with the green candles. But hey, that's just that's use case, that's utility, that trades, and like Bobby says, that drives the coin, that gives it value. You want that.
yeah,
But I feel like I agree with Mike. Yeah, the long term play. We are we're in the mining business. We're helping to build a mining facility by crowdsourcing.
yeah.
Is the proper terminology now, I
And we're
believe.
we're just a couple of days away from Victoria. Putting the
Oh
power
yeah,
in.
yeah. He said
It's
they were just waiting on the power company to do their thing, right? That's what's
I
holding
just
them
think
up.
he's waiting. Yeah, and it's gonna go on. Boom. Can't wait for that to come. And then you saw yesterday, and now if you go on Coin Market Cap, before you only had Bitmart listed there, and now there's Dextrate and there's Uniswap on the Coin Market Cap website when you go onto Texacoin, and soon you're gonna have number four. We're gonna have Mexi, MEXC. That's should be there. I don't think more than 1 week. It might even be earlier than that. So there's four recognized websites, um, exchanges. Excuse me, exchanges that Coin Market Cap recognizes Texacoin. So all these people that are on these exchanges get notifications. Oh, we have a new, we have a new cryptocurrency. So people click on that notification, like you say, they go check it out. They see these candles, they see those charts, and they start doing their thing with that. Just brings more visibility to Texacoin. That's the way I see it. I don't know, I may be wrong, but I think that's the way it works.
Need-
And these
do you didn't he say that phase two was going to be the uh, launching
stable
of
coin.
the stable coin, which is the community coin, or is that
Yeah, the
something separate?
downtown dollar. The downtown dollar.
And then that would use Texitcoin as a gas fee or something.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the game changer. You know, for you to have that phase two, you need the network, and that's what that's his expertise. We keep talking about these on these calls. That's Bobby's expertise, is the money. It's the stable coin. And he goes, for me to get there, I gotta build a mine. So I don't know how to build a mine, but I'm building it, and I'm surrounded by, you know, great people, honest people that are helping me build it, and he's doing it. It's there. But once that's built, I think that's when we're gonna really see who Bobby Gray is, and what he's gonna do with what it means to have a network to your how do you say it? What's the word I'm looking for? That in French is that your disponibilité. Uh, uh, French. I lost my train of thought there. I went into my French language. Sorry about that. But just having the access to your own network and being able to build what you want on it, knowing that it's yours, you did it. I could just imagine what we have coming in the next 6 months. It's going to be mind blowing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like I said. I'm just gonna right now. Hey, our job is to focus on building the mine
Building the
and
mind.
and
Yeah, building, having fun. Like he says, you have to have fun too. You know,
yeah,
me, I'm having. I see results. I'm loving it. I can't even believe this. I see these coins coming in every night at 8:30 at night. I get my notification, and I see that my coins came in, and I see it on my app. You know, if I want, I could just sell them all, take the money, and there goes in my pocket. It's so simple. I have friends, that I grew up with, and they're like, I don't know how you could be doing crypto. It's not real. How can I sell it? I said, I don't understand what planet you're living on, man.
well, it's like
You
like
know?
I told you the couple that I wrote their restaurant. It's a India restaurant, an authentic
Yeah,
Indian restaurant, and they're from India, and their son has been in crypto for a good while, but if I understood him, they said he hadn't made any money.
yeah,
So
that's okay.
their big question was, well, how do you turn it into money? So I
Yeah,
showed them my stuff with Texitcoin and also some other stuff, and so that's the one I told you. They I told them I had a YouTube channel, and they said, well, come do a video with our restaurant. So I'm gonna go over there and then see if I can get them to set up an event, invite some of their friends and everything.
yeah.
It's like,
I'm so happy that you guys went to Tampa. When I saw that video, you guys on the road trip.
We had
There's nothing like going to an event.
we had so much fun, Rafael. I swear to
I
God, that
know.
was the most fun I've had in a long time.
I believe
Tom,
you. That's what I know.
Tom, we went to the event, and Tom was just, and I had to, I had to laugh because he's always been, all these people there, they brown nose Bobby so much, I believe in the project, and I'm not gonna do any brown nosing. I'm just gonna believe in the project. I've been down that road. I'm like, okay, 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 So we get there, right? We go up on the stage, and I was like, "Hey, Bobby," and he said, "Hey," he goes, "Blue Chip Drip," and I said, "This is guys, this is my teammates, Mike and Tom," and uh, and they were talking to him about something, or I think Mike was talking to him about wrapping a Harley. They'd already discussed that, and then Bobby looks at me and goes, "Have you ever heard of merge mining or compound mining?" And
Cross mining.
cross mining. He was going to explain it to me. I said, no, I haven't. I'm not going to be like a douchebag. Go, oh yeah, I know what that is. You know what I mean? I said, no, I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. And right as he started explaining it to me, Big T was like, hey, Bobby, listen to this voicemail. People looking at the billboards and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, God dang, man.
Shit, I think you're being a little hard on Big T now.
Hey,
Yeah.
but you know what, Big
No.
T?
But
Nah,
the
Big T,
energy, it's the energy. It's the
the energy.
experience.
And so we went to the casino afterwards, and Big T was playing the roulette wheel, and he was, I think he broke even or whatever, and we were gonna leave. We were tired. He goes, "I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna lay it all. I'm gonna go for broke." And he picked a
Ah,
number, and he laid it on there, and he hit it, man. I was like,
oh, wow.
but he
So
caught. I
cool.
guess listening to Bobby in person
Yes.
and just having him tell his story and where we were going. Because Big T, he went heavy into the other projects we were in that just rugged. We don't need to talk about that, but he,
No.
like a lot of us, he that hurt him, but he's been able to build himself back up with another project and Texitcoin, and then he goes there and listens to Bobby and everything, and he called
It
me.
fuels you.
We got back home. He called me. He said, that night we got back, he said, I've slept the best that I've slept in a long time. You
Yeah.
know,
It
and
fuels you.
he's got one of the guys that he bought in is a big hitter. He's a super whale, and he's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
been
yeah. He told me about it. He
yeah,
told me
he's been
about it
bring
too.
so he's been bringing all his clients in, and he set Tom up a crypto office. Gave him an
Yeah.
office, furniture, big screen, everything, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
And he
he's
told
just
Tom, I want to. He told Tom, I want to win all the all
yeah.
the promos. How can I win a card? How
Oh
can I
yeah,
get this?
man.
Tell me. That's how much this guy. Well, you need those guys too. You need everybody to play their part in building this mine. From that person that just buys the miner, sits on it, and watches it grow, like to people like us, enthusiastic, want to share it, want to build it. This is my business. It's your business. And like if I were to open a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever I would open, this is the same thing. This is my business. I put in 40 to 80 hours a week on this and I'm seeing results, you know. And I help everybody on my team to do whatever I can for them, you know. I
Yeah, I
try to
was
never.
a guy like Tom. His knowledge in crypto and everything is so vast. That's
Yeah, he's real.
and just the way he's taking his business centers and his strategies with this.
Yeah.
Um, his knowledge, man. Yeah, sometimes I forget just how much he knows. We had another
Oh, yeah.
friend that's in Texitcoin. He had some Bitcoin or something somewhere, and it was through an exchange that didn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
And Big T got it. Big T got his money back, man. He had to
Wow.
pull some stuff, but he did it. It was
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Well, I had a couple of conversations, and he's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to this. You know, it's
espe-
awesome.
Especially navigating through this stuff. But
Yeah, but you
guys,
don't even need knowledge to be part of this business. That's the beauty. Keep it
what?
simple. Keep
Well,
it simple.
you just
Like
hit a
Mike
good
said.
point.
Like
Look at
Mike
all
said, you
these.
want to go into the mining business? No problem. Here, cost you $1,000. Get into the mining business. Check it
This
out for a
project,
couple of weeks. You
even
like
though
it?
even though our the crowdsourcing part of it, you know, it kind of resembles a MLM, a pyramid, but it's not. But all
No,
those
not at all.
guys, most of these people that have come into Texitcoin, they've all made their money in MLM stuff. They
Yeah,
didn't know anything about crypto, but amazes me how quick they learn. They don't complain about it. They just look at it as something they need to learn to get to their goal. They learn it,
yeah,
and they just freaking plow forward. And that
yeah,
that blows my mind. You
yeah.
know.
1, 2, 3. Sign up 3 people. You get 2 free miners. Sign up 3 people. You're up 3 miners. It's as simple as that. And you keep doing it. Right now, we have a promo going on. Sign up 3 people, I'll give you 100 coins every time. I have a team member that did this already 4 times. You know, so he's going to be making 400 coins just as a bonus at $5 a coin. That's over $2,000 bonus. You get to put in 400 coins in your bag. Just by talking to people, and like Mike says, well, I'm in the mining business. Doesn't take much. You want to get into mining, cost you $1,000.
Yeah,
Check
where the
how it
hell
goes.
did you do that? I remember back 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to mine Bitcoin with a
Yeah,
mining facility. I'm not talking about
yeah,
just doing it at your house with your home computer. I'm talking about a true mining
yes,
facility like what we've got. Well,
yeah,
the opportunity that was presented to me was a $50,000 investment.
yeah.
Now,
Wow.
where the hell can you get for $1,000? Where the hell can you get involved in a business that's in the high tech arena, that's using serious equipment for a
Yes.
thousand, and you can get involved for as little as $1,000? And the
Yeah,
notion of people saying, well, everybody I know, nobody I know has an extra $1,000, that's bullshit. Everybody we know has an extra $1,000 that if they want to get involved in the crypto mining business, they can do it
yeah.
one way
Listen,
or
it's a
another.
risk. There's a risk in everything you do in life, no matter what it is. I don't care if it's in an investment, getting up in the morning, crossing the street, whichever thing you decide to do, there's a risk. You know, you just have to
But it's
roll up
the
those. Take a
reality of
chance.
it
You
is
have
that,
to take a chance in life.
yeah, Rafael, before you came on to the show, you were helping out somebody else, I think, but we were talking about, relatively speaking, we're this is about the safest way you can get into the crypto community, into the crypto
Yeah,
world, without
I
having to go
totally
through a lot
agree.
of painstaking headaches of losing your ass and learning the hard way. This is as safe as you can get.
Yeah, the emotional stress behind it is not there. I find
No,
that when you thought, Mike, what you're talking about, I understand that emotional stress of, is it there? Is it real? Is it gonna be there? You know, am I actually, can I actually tell somebody about this opportunity? I don't feel no emotional stress about telling one of my friends about this. You know,
Now, now,
nothing.
but we
I
we
have
can be
no
common.
issues. I have no issues with telling somebody about this opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where that's where it is.
yeah, I'm getting, I've several people I've sent the video to. And I had one lady call me today, and she's a customer, and she said, "I want to take care of my insurance, and in 2 weeks, I want to get into that Texitcoin." I said, "Okay." It's basically it's mention it, use the time machine, pitch if you want, send them a video, and
Yeah,
that's about it. You're always going to run into people. They want to run it through Chat GPT and AI and stuff.
yeah.
I tell you,
Well,
man.
listen, yeah. Hey, listen, everybody has. There's so many ways you can resonate with this project. You can send a little short video, or you can just send, a presentation that Bobby Gray does. I even send the minor calls. Yesterday's call that we had. He sits down there and he does one-on-one with his every single person from the business, and he talks about everything that's going on. He also elaborates on what we're doing, what's it about, gives you a little crash course on crypto. And I tell my friends, listen, I have something for you. Watch this. Sit down on your sofa, watch it with your wife or your husband, and put this on. You know, and just listen to what this guy has to say, and then tell me what you think. You know. And then I got a call. Can we set up a meeting? Can we get set up a call in a couple of days? I'll be free on Monday. I'm not, and then that's what it is. And Rafael, what are you doing? And like this guy looks really serious. I like his energy, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
It, some people resonate, some people don't.
Hey, let me ask
But
you guys something.
yeah,
I haven't tried to. I haven't been able to sign anybody up today, which has been kind of unusual. But anyway, I heard through the grapevine that right now, they're not accepting any new miners for the next couple of days or something.
no. Who said that?
That's
Uh,
just the A.
What?
Is that just the ACHs?
Yeah,
I don't.
that's not what the ACH payment.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
through the banking.
I
No
got
way. No way is that happening.
Man, because yeah, Tom told me we couldn't enroll, so I was supposed to go help Robo get his wife in, and Tom said, "Well, you won't be able to get him in today." And I said, "You sure that isn't the ACH? Because on the
Yeah,
Zoom they said ACH." So
yeah. And I think
good.
now you can buy Texitcoin again off of
yeah.
the website. Before you couldn't, now you can.
Oh, great. Well,
Yeah,
that's
all
good,
kinds of little
guys.
updates. And I think next week when he's going to be at the summit, and I'm so happy that he's going to be at Token 2049. That's one of my, since I've been in the crypto space, that is one of my dreams and bucket lists is to go to the biggest crypto event on the planet,
That's
you
in
know,
that's in Thailand,
in Singapore.
Singapore. Okay.
Yeah, October 1st and October 2nd.
Isn't
And
the trip
Texacoin will be there.
isn't
They're
the
going to
trip
have,
next year supposed to be Singapore as well?
no, maybe, but right now he's going to be in Singapore, the biggest crypto event on the planet. He's going to have a booth there, and all the biggest crypto enthusiasts were going to be passing by, and they're going to see that giant red, white, and blue star, and they're going to be like, "What is this? Who are you?" And this is who we are. Things are going to. I see things, just by listening. I'm like, wow, things are going to be changing in the next 30 to 60 days. It's going to
Yeah.
be unreal, you know?
Yeah, I was talking with my dad. I was like, yeah, they're saying maybe $80 by February. I was like, man, that could be good to be sitting on about 100 mines by then.
Yeah.
They say by then, you'll be making about a tenth of a coin. And he was like, well, 8 times 100, that's 800 a day. He goes, that's you know, who can't
Yeah. One tenth
be
of a
happy with that?
coin.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's $8 a day. $8.
right.
$8 a day. Every day at $80. Every single day. $365. 365 times. I got in at this at 96 cents, you know, and then a month later, I saw it go up and then go up, and then you look back and it's like, wow, these 5 months flew by, and I can't believe that it's over $5 and it's steady around 525, 540, and the market's stable, and it hasn't even touched the liquidity that's in reserve. So, and he's getting ready to put in another $5 million into the liquidity reserve as soon as he gets back from uh, from Singapore. So first week of October, going to be doubling up the liquidity reserve to the coin. So we're going to be testing the market again, and you're going to see a big jump, big development coming. Yeah, I'm pumped. Me, I can I can just like flaunt this all day long. But you got to stay, grounded. Stay grounded
Well, I
because
may.
you
I'm
never
prob-
know, right? You never know, but
Well, my son and my daughter-in-law, I'm probably going to have them using you and Ron for a little bit till they get rolling, man.
No
You know.
problem. Anytime you call me, I'll get on. Even while I'm at work, I can't answer all the time, but as soon as I can, my boss is like, "Oh, I see the phone. It's blue chip. It's blue chip."
I've been trying not to call you as much, man, because I know you're
I don't
busy.
care. No, listen. If I can help you, it makes me so happy you can't even imagine. It's
Raphael, I'm
teamwork.
gonna need your help too with some things. Um,
Anytime,
anytime.
anytime.
Well, good. I'm glad you said that. I got a minor under me. It's a lovely young lady named Vitalia, and
Oh
she
yeah,
needs
that's my
help getting
my
some
yeah.
minors under her.
I'm getting there. I Now that you have your business centers there, I already saw it, and I need to start developing that side now.
I'm picking on you, buddy.
No, no, I've been working on it. And Blue Chip knows I've been trying to, you know, get
My phone's about to
some
die.
builders, but it comes in phases. It comes in phases.
Well, cool. Well, fellas, I'm gonna have to call it, man. I got an early day tomorrow.
Yeah,
Anything else you
me too.
guys want to talk about before we shut it down?
No,
I think
bring it
Mike's phone
on.
just died.
Just bring it on.
We had Pranal. I don't know if folks are still with me in the chat. Pranil Prasad, appreciate you watching. Hush, I love you, dude. You got a project? Love to hear about it, man.
Yeah.
And Jerry,
There's Jerry. He was in Canada not long ago.
he doesn't like Justine's voice. Man, what's wrong
Oh
with you?
no. He's just bothering you.
Well,
Yeah,
bro, I
Jerry's out in
appreciate it.
China. Jerry's a Canadian, he lives out in China, and
Yeah,
he's been in Canada. He came to see his daughter. Too bad Canada's so big. I would have loved to have met him, but it's
yeah.
gonna have to be another time. Hey Jerry, I hope you're doing well there, buddy.
Well, for anybody else there watching, appreciate you watching, and we'll
Yeah, get
catch you
back
on the
with
next
Blue.
one.
Get
That's
back
right.
with Blue and start mining.
That's right, man. We'll put you on the mining program. Well,
That's it.
guys, I'm gonna play my outro. Thanks again, Rafael. This is Blue Chip Drip out of here. Beso y corazón.
Ciao.
Cuando yo paso, se vuelve loca, suena mi bajo.